Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now we're good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school,
doing
like champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Little boys volleyball action is what we have for you tonight. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are taking time out of your busy Tuesday and spending it here with us. Welcome into the pregame show, brought to you today by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, that location is 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. Pick up the phone, dial 618-855-9007. Order yourself some food, give them about 15, 20 minutes, and then you can go pick it up, take it home, and feed the family, or maybe just yourself as you're sitting here getting ready to watch a volleyball game. Got some soccer going on the Kahok Broadcast Club Students Network in a little while. Zach Roseman and Brett Morm will bring you that contest, but we are here for a little volleyball. And we are actually on time. That's because the first game, or the first match between the JVers of O'Fallon and Collinsville went all 3 sets. Did I fail to mention that it's Collinsville versus O'Fallon? If I did, then pardon me. But that's exactly what we have. little Southwestern Conference style matchup. All right, so the JV one went 3 sets. Collinsville dropped the first one 25-10, a scintillating barn burner of a middle set. Collinsville won 29-27. It was 8-8 early. Collinsville took a 12-8 lead. Had leads of 14-8 and 15-11. And then it got interesting. 17-17, 18-18, 24-24, 26-26, 27-27. And then Collinsville pulled out the last 2 points to win that middle set. 29-27. Not so fortunate, though, in the third set as O'Fallon pulled out the win 25-13. But Collinsville does pick up a set win against O'Fallon and got at least one when they lost in a 2-set sweep earlier this year at O'Fallon. So now let's get you ready for this varsity matchup between Collinsville and the Panthers of O'Fallon. Collinsville comes in at 10-19 on the year. They are 1-7 in Southwestern Conference play. Collinsville's head coach is Mike Nichols, into his 5th year, so to speak. First year was the pandemic year. Second year, they kind of axed the varsity program because they were supposed to get it underway during the pandemic year, so they were a year behind and actually got things going on the varsity side 3 years ago. O'Fallon, they've been doing this for a while now. 14, 15 years. 19-7-2 is O'Fallon's record. They come in at 5-1 in Southwestern Conference play. They are under Amy Sheehan as their head coach. She is in her 7th year with a record of 135 wins and 42 losses. The Cahoks come into tonight's match following a 2-set sweep of Alton Marquette yesterday right here on this very floor. Both sets were tied affairs, with Collinsville winning the first set 25-23 and taking the sweep with a second set win of 25-19. Collinsville beat the Explorers on their home court back on March 25th. That match needed all 3 sets to determine a winner, as Collinsville won the first set in extra time 28-26. Alton Marquette claimed the middle set 25-22 before the Cahoks completed the victory 25-20 in the tie-breaking set. In that first meeting, Collinsville was led in kills by Andrew Balsidis, Cade Simmons. Both of them had 7 each. Balsidis also registered 3 aces while serving and blocked 4 kill attempts. Stanley Carnahan helped the cause with 6 kills and 3 blocks. Collinsville lost their match at O'Fallon back on April the 4th by a score of 25-11 and 25-8 in a 2-set sweep by the Panthers. Collinsville is 0-5 versus O'Fallon and have yet to pick up a set win versus the Panthers. Well, the Panthers are the defending Southwestern Conference champions, and they came flying out of the gates. They started the season with a 7-match win streak, followed by a couple of ties in the Fort Zumwalt South Tournament before winning 2 more matches to start the year off at 9-0-2. From there, the Panthers went to Belleville East, where the presumed Southwestern Conference champion Lancers won in 3 sets. 4 of the Panthers' 7 losses came in a 7-match stretch from April 18th to the 27th, where they lost to De Smet. Since then, O'Fallon has gone 4-1, with their only loss coming to St. Louis University High School in 3 sets. The Panthers are coming off of a 2-set sweep against Collinsville's next opponent, and that would be Maryville Christian. O'Fallon has won 8 of the first 14 Southwestern Conference championships, including the last 2 straight. Still a chance to make it a three-peat with 2 conference matches left, including tomorrow at the Panther Dome versus the front-runner Belleville East, who sits in first place right now. Belleville East plays at Alton High School tonight, and then at O'Fallon High School tomorrow. Then they have Belleville West and Edwardsville next week. So Belleville East still has just a few more conference matches left before they can wrap up that Southwestern Conference tournament. So O'Fallon might have something to say about that before it's all said and done. Had a chance a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Mike Nichols. We will pass that conversation on to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. It rained a lot, so we had to switch our coverage from softball to volleyball, which we don't mind because we like hanging out in Fletcher Gymnasium. Joining us now, Mike Nichols, as his team gets ready to take on the O'Fallon Panthers. He is the head coach of your boys' volleyball team. Coach, let's talk about some individual efforts so far this year from your pretty young team.
Top three in serving, you have a couple of sophomores in August Kent and Colin Wologorsky, all right around 90% efficiency, and Wologorsky leads the team with 17 aces. So talk about your young sophomores here for a minute.
They both have really nice float serves. Colin has a great serve, and that 90% efficiency is great, but we also like to think about what happens to the other team when they serve. Do they make a good pass to the net? So 90% inbounds is great, but how aggressive are those serves? That's what we like to focus on as well.
Do you target any specific individual on the other side of the net, or is it just serve it and see where it goes?
I would like them to focus on a spot on the court for sure. Typically, we want to serve away from the guy wearing the other jersey. The libero is usually the best passer on their side, so we try to keep the ball away from them.
All right, so tell me the ins and outs of serving. What constitutes a good serve?
Well, you're going to see some good serves tonight from the O'Fallon side. They got guys that can throw some pretty big top spin jump serves at us. But if you watch the girls' team, they throw a lot of nice jump float serves. You got two options, the top spin or the float. The float has no spin, and it kind of knuckles around like a knuckleball pitcher in baseball. That's also hard to receive.
Yeah, I've mentioned knuckleballs a couple of times. All right, junior Kate Simmons leads the team with kills at 72. Stanley Carnahan right behind him at 61. So we've talked about Stanley Carnahan before. Let's talk about Cade Simmons for a while in his game.
Yeah, Cade does it all for us. This last week, we kind of moved him into a rotation where he sets 3 spots when he's in the back row and hits 3 times when he's in the front row. But yeah, he's got a great swing and love to watch him get kills.
So you get the ball up into the front of the net, and the idea is to get that person in a spot to kill. Every once in a while, that doesn't work. So how important is it to adjust on the fly?
Well, it depends. If we're running a pin hitter, an outside or a right side, the set's a little bit higher. They got a little more time to adjust. But if we're running the middle, we need a good pass because it's all a timing thing, and they don't have time to adjust like an outside or a right side does.
All right, let's move on to blocks for a minute. Carnahan leads with 24, but Jordan Taylor, a sophomore that you just kind of called up from the JV team to the varsity team, is in second place with 16 in about half the games that Carnahan has played.
Yeah, Jordan, man, he's athletic. He gets a lot of touches on the ball. He's really picked it up fast. We're still trying to work on his footwork, getting his hands facing into the court. But yeah, he's going to be a blocking machine for a couple years.
So what necessitated the move? Was it his play or the fact that you needed somebody else in the varsity lineup?
A little bit of both. He really came along quick. He's still got some experience to get, but our whole team needs a lot of experience. So we were happy to move him up and get that going this year.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of experience in these sophomore digs. Sophomore Lucas Zagorski with 98, junior Cade Simmons with 97. We've already mentioned a couple of those guys. The digs, man, I talk to the guys when I do the senior interviews, and they just love that aspect of the game.
Yeah, in defense, that really separates teams. Working hard on defense is very important. Keeping that ball alive, not watching balls hit the ground. So we try to get these guys working hard. It's almost like a shortstop getting ready for a pitch. We can't be standing around watching. We got to be ready to go.
All right, talk to me a little bit about the match last night against Alton Marquette. Here you guys have played 5 sets against the Explorers, and they have all been super close.
Yeah, just like I was talking about that defense, they pick up a lot of balls. Their offense wasn't quite as good as it has been in years past, but they play scrappy. They pick up a lot of our stuff, and they took us to the distance.
All right, you got O'Fallon here tonight, and they're no slouches. They've won a lot of Southwestern Conference championships since they've started playing boys volleyball. So how do you handle a team like O'Fallon? You know what you're going to get. How do you respond?
We just got to do our job. Everybody's got to do it. We can't be watching them. We know they're going to be good. We know they're going to hit it hard. We got to pick up balls. We got to keep our balls that we hit in bounds and see what happens.
All right, I know you're not thinking too far ahead, but the playoff schedule did come out, and you guys have Althoff in the first round, and it just so happens that you get Althoff in the very last regular season game. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not bad. Hopefully we can compete with them next Thursday and take a little confidence into that game, and anything can happen in one night of volleyball.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Glad to have you.
That is Mike Nichols, your Collinsville Kahawks boys varsity head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. We'll set the starting rosters for both O'Fallon and Collinsville when we come back on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Just about set here for the Southwestern Conference volleyball matchup between Collinsville and O'Fallon. And here are your starters. I have a roster for O'Fallon that is not in numerical order, so I'm going to have to bounce back and forth here. All right, your middle hitters for O'Fallon would be senior Brett Meek and junior Max Westfall. Your outside hitters for the Panthers is a senior Nathan Fink and Jason Becker, also a senior. Your right side hitter is James Nicholson, who is a senior. The setter is Elijah Zambrencia, who is a sophomore, and the libero, also a sophomore, in Neem Patel. For Collinsville, your middle hitters would be junior Stanley Carnahan and sophomore Jordan Taylor. Your outside hitter is Evan Wilkinson, a junior. Miles Tonoletto is a senior defensive specialist. Colin Wologorski is the outside hitter, also. And Kate Simmons, a setter. Wologorski, a sophomore. Simmons, a junior. Robbie Freeman, the senior, is the libero for Collinsville. Collinsville on the left side of your screen, all decked out in purple and white on the tops and the bottoms, except for the libero, Robbie Freeman, who has on the white jersey. And on the right side of your screen, O'Fallon, they have on the royal blue and the yellow goldish uniform tops. You got the royal blue numbers, all except for the libero, which is Patel, and he is out there with the royal blue jersey on. And the first one to serve is Ambrencia, and he does so, and we are underway. Simmons on the outside sends it over, and O'Fallon goes back to work also on the far side, and that one is just a little bit too far. Zambrencia, by the way, on the serving department, only has, he had 42 sets played, and 126 serves, 15 errors, good for 88.1%, and 12 aces on the year. For Collinsville, here is Lucas Zagorski, 106 serves, 10 errors, 90.1% is his efficiency rate with 12 aces on the year as well. And Collinsville has the lead at 1-0, and let's hope they can continue that. And a blocked ball that ends up going out of bounds. The block was good, but off of the block, the ball went out of bounds, so we are tied 1-1. Back to serve now is Nick Fink, the senior. Has 35 aces on the year. That leads the team, and he hits that one into the net. That's not what you want to do. 247 serves, 38 errors, good for 84.6% on the efficiency rate. And Collinsville back out in front by the 1 point of 2-1. Here is Robbie Freeman serving. And O'Fallon goes to work over on the near side now. They punch it over, but goes just a little bit too far. Collinsville takes a 3-1 lead. Freeman back to serve up another one. 107 serves on the year for Freeman. 12 errors, good for 88.8%, and 4 aces on the year. That one goes a little bit too far, and that'll give the Panthers back that point, and Collinsville still has a 3-2 lead. So here is the libero back to serve now for O'Fallon. He lobbed one that almost fell a little bit short, but Collinsville reacts quite nicely. Taylor gets it over, but he commits a net violation, and we are tied 3-3. And for the libero, that would be Neem Patel. And Patel on the year with 175 serves, 7 errors, 96% is his efficiency rate, and he has 13 errors. Collinsville gets it over. Patel keeps it alive for O'Fallon. Into the middle, just a punch over. Collinsville takes care of it. Here is Freeman setting it up for Simmons. He had to punch it over with the palm. And now O'Fallon sets it up on the far sideline. Not good enough for a kill try, but they got it over anyway. Taylor has that one blocked. Collinsville keeps it alive, and Freeman will get it over on the last possible hit. Now back over to this side. That one goes a little bit too far, and Collinsville back out front by a score of 4-3. So now it is Cade Simmons who will go back to serve. Simmons on the year, 130 serves, 17 errors, 86.9%, 12 aces on the year for Mr. Simmons. And he gets that one barely across the net. Hard to deal with that one. Picked over there by Hudson as it was getting ready to travel back across. Collinsville will get another point, and the Kahawks lead 5-3. Simmons. Well, they're going to change their minds and give that point to O'Fallon. So back to a, well, now they're still talking about it. We'll have to figure out what they got. So the point does stay with Collinsville, so it is 5-3. Two referees on the either side of the net talking about that one, making sure they got everything right. And Nick Fink, or Nathan Fink, excuse me. I have stats from the, big kill there. I have stats from Max Preps because they didn't have any on the STL, and Max Preps had everything in numerical order, but they only have the first initial for all the players, so I'm kind of going back and forth between the roster that's not numerical order and the one that is, and trying to figure things out here. 5-4 in favor of Collinsville, and another serve coming up here for Hettenhausen. He'll send it over, and Simmons sets it up for Hudson, but Hudson hits it just a little bit too far. So Hittenhausen will have another serve, and his serves on the year, 162, 15 errors, 90.1%, and 7 aces on the season. For the sophomore, Jack Hittenhausen. Hittenhausen sends the ball over, picked up on the back line. Simmons sets it up for Hudson, and it's blocked, but Collinsville stays with it, gets it over. And now O'Fallon going for the kill, little touch. Cade Simmons picks it up and then sent back to Zagorski. Over we go. Patel sends it up front, and a little bit of a bluff double kill attempt there before the third guy finally did back in the back corner, and there wasn't anyone there. And now O'Fallon goes out front by a score of 6-5. And another serve coming up here for Hittenhausen. Seedings came out today for softball and baseball. Collinsville is number 6 out of 8 in both of those sports. Schedule will come out tomorrow. We will be sure to post that for you on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page. On the side, and a nice try over there by Zagorski, but that ball was hammered by Max Westfall. And Hittenhausen go back to serve once again as O'Fallon is now out front by 2, 7-5. Hittenhausen He delivers a knuckleball picked up by Robbie Freeman. Simmons sets it up. And too many hits by Simmons will give O'Fallon a point. And now the Panthers lead by a score of 8-5. That was quick. I didn't see the 2 hits. Must have been off one hand and then the other real quick like. Kahok baseball team shut out O'Fallon at Blazer Field today by a score of 3-0. Junior varsity Kahawks not as fortunate. O'Fallon won that game 3-2. And that one goes straight out of bounds off of a Robbie Freeman attempted dig. And now it's 9-5 in favor of the Panthers. And Hittenhausen continues to serve. Softball got rained out today. That's why we're here. We were due to bring you the Kahok Belleville East contest from the softball complex in Collinsville, and that one's too far for Hittenhausen, so that ends his string. And Collinsville gets one of those points back. Kahawks trail by 3. So no softball today. We decided to go ahead and shift gears and come and do some volleyball instead. At the day off tomorrow, we're supposed to have some baseball for you Thursday, as O'Fallon and Collinsville will hook up over at Fletcher Field, but we have more rain in the forecast tomorrow morning into the afternoon, and we'll see if the field drains well enough. And we have a back lane violation by the server, and that was Andrew Balsidis, so that'll give that point right back to O'Fallon. He stepped on the line before he served. So back to serve now for O'Fallon is Jackson Becker, the senior. Becker on the year, 53 serves, 3 errors, 94.3%, and just 1 ace. Taken care of there by Wilkinson. Set up for Hudson. Hudson will send it over with the left hand. Back on the back line for Hettenhausen. And then a big kill shot once again by Max Westfall. And O'Fallon extends their lead to 11-6. Move the softball game to next Thursday at the Collinsville Sports Complex. And indications right now are as soon as we get past this rain on Wednesday, we're looking for some dry conditions over the next few days after that. Double hit again by Collinsville. Timeout going to be called by Coach Nichols. We'll take a timeout right along with him. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahawk Sports Network and KahawkSports.com.
Twelve to 6 in favor of O'Fallon. Excuse me. That one barely made it over the net. Freeman picks it up. Set up by Kent to Wilkinson and taken care of over on the far sideline by O'Fallon. That's a partial block by Hudson, but it ends up going out of bounds. So 13 to 6 now in favor of O'Fallon. And one more serve coming up here for Becker. It is absolutely freezing in this gymnasium. I had to go out to my car and get my jacket. Here is Freeman. Kent in the middle now. Taylor. Taylor sends it down, and O'Fallon somehow keeps it alive. And then a last-second shot there by Becker sent it over. Here is Hudson going for the kill, but he mistimed it. And by the time he struck the ball, it was already close to the net, and that's exactly what it did. It went into the net. I asked Athletic Director Clay Smith why it's so cold in here. He said, well, they're getting ready to have graduation ceremony Saturday, so they're trying to cool the place down because it's going to be packed with a bunch of bodies. Freeman takes care of the serve, and then a net violation going to be called against Kent. And now a 15 to 6 lead in favor of O'Fallon. Collinsville is at Maryville Christian on Monday. That is their next match. O'Fallon, they're back in action tomorrow with another Southwestern Conference game, a big Southwestern Conference game in the Panther Dome versus Belleville East. Belleville East right now in first place. O'Fallon in second. Lancers have not lost a game or a match in the Southwestern Conference, and O'Fallon has only lost one. 16-6, now a 10-point lead for O'Fallon. So we're supposed to have baseball for you on Thursday, O'Fallon and Collinsville from Fletcher Field, and then Friday we're heading to Alton for a little softball action. And there's an ace taken care of there by Becker. 17-6 now in favor of the Panthers. Collinsville had a 3-2 lead, a 4-3 lead, and a 5-3 lead. And then O'Fallon started their comeback, and they haven't lifted up since. Collinsville had that 5-3 lead, and now they got their 7th point. So maybe the tide will turn here as Collinsville will go back to serve. And it'll be Gabe Freeman who will do that. Stanley Carnahan checks back into the game. Taylor and Balsidis to the bench. Freeman on the year, 27 serves, 5 errors, 3 aces. In the middle, and another kill shot there, and that one was taken care of by Fink. And it's now 18-7 in favor of O'Fallon. As I don't have a 20. I don't have a 20 on either one. I don't have a 20 on the roster, and I don't have a 20 on the max prep stats, so I don't know who number 20 is. But back to serve is Westfall, Max Westfall, a junior, as he has 85 serves on the year, 9 errors, and there's another error, so now 10 errors as he hits that one out of bounds. It'll give Collinsville the point back, and the Kahawks still trail by 10. Colin Waligorski will check into the game. He'll take the place of Japal Hudson. Here comes Cade Simmons as well. He'll take the place of Kent. And Waligorski will go back to serve. Waligorski, 131 serves on the year, 14 errors, 89%, 17 aces on the year. There's a kill attempt there by Westfall again, and now Simmons will get it over. Patel, the libero, and a no-look second shot taken care of there by Zambrencia will give O'Fallon a 19-8 lead. And for his efforts, Elijah Zambrencia, the sophomore, will go back to serve. He started the service off in this contest. Set number 1. And a knuckleball right into the middle, taken care of. And then a setup for Carnahan, but it went just a little too far over to the other side. Carnahan was ready to go in with the right hand, but it ended up on his left side, and he couldn't catch up with it. 20-8. O'Fallon reaches that 20-point plateau first. And Zambrencia serves up another knuckleball. Oh, boy, that was a nice dig there by Tonelato. Back into the middle it goes for O'Fallon, up to the front of the net, and a little punch over there. Everybody was expecting a big kill shot, but our phantom player number 20 just barely touched it over, and that falls in for a point, 21-8 in favor of O'Fallon. Another serve, and that one taken care of a little bit more cleanly, and now Simmons tries to get it over, but he couldn't. He was too close to the edge of that pole over there in front of the scorer's table and never could get the ball going in the proper direction. 22-8, O'Fallon in front. And now Zambrencia will head out, and coming in his place is Ian Shirley, the junior. Shirley on the year, 89 serves and 5 errors, 3 aces on the season. Up front it goes, now over to the near sideline. Kill attempt, nice block over there by Scroggins. And then a point taken care of there by Collinsville after the failed block attempt over on the far side ends up going out of bounds. Balsidis will check back in. Tonoletto to the bench. Scroggins checks out as well, and Lucas Zagorski will come in to serve. Zagorski on the year, 106 serves, 10 errors, 12 aces. And he'll send that one right into the middle. Up front it goes, over to the far side, and a big job there. Nicely done by Waligorski. And this time it was just a little bit too hot to handle. Tipped off of one of the Collinsville players in the middle over on the far side, and then ends up going out of bounds. 23-9, O'Fallon 2 points away from taking this first set. And Nathan Fink back to serve for the second time here in this first set. He'll send it on into the corner, taken care of there, and now a setup for Carnahan, but that got blocked over immediately by O'Fallon's number 20, and now O'Fallon playing for set point here. Didn't know you could switch servers like that. Adam Chastain checks into the game. That's right, Collinsville had the last serve. Never mind. I'll catch up with myself here in a minute. Chastain on the year, 150 serves, 12 errors, 7 aces. And over on the far side for Balsitis, he'll send it over, taken care of by Chastain in the back line. They almost messed that one up. Patel had to retreat, and he got it over in the last second. Here's a setup for Carnahan, and a double hit by Collinsville will end the first set, and O'Fallon wins the first set by a score of 25-9. Set number 2 is what we have coming your way next after we take a commercial timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here for a little volleyball action between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Collinsville, O'Fallon all over the place, man. Baseball team won today at O'Fallon. They'll play again on Thursday, scheduled to anyway at Fletcher Field. Got O'Fallon here tonight, and 1 week from tonight, soccer playoffs get underway for your Lady Kahawks, and guess who they take on? That's right, they take on O'Fallon in a regional semifinal. That begins at 5 p.m. We are underway here in set number 2, blocked by Carnahan, and Collinsville jumps out front 1-0 again, just like they did in the last set. Collinsville had a couple of different leads there early on, and then O'Fallon came back into that one, and back to serve once again. Here is Colin Walagorski. Walogorski sends it, and a kill try there, and that's successful by number 11, Brett Meek, the senior. So we are tied 1-1. Back to serve for the first time in set number 2 is Elijah Zambrencia, the sophomore. He sends it right into the middle, has that knuckle serve. And here is Carnahan trying to set it up, but a violation by Collinsville, and O'Fallon will take a 2-1 lead. Zambrencia sends another one. That one knuckles almost all the way out of bounds, and the back line judge says it did go out of bounds. That was real close. Real close. She's in a much better position to see that than I am. 2-2. Robbie Freeman. Nope, he is not going to go back to serve. Instead, it's going to be Lucas Zagorski. And Zagorski sends a line drive right into the back, and now a setup over here on the side. And, oh, what a nice job that was. Zagorski, Simmons had the ball come his way and just kind of put up his hand, his left hand, and it went over anyway. Collinsville out front 3-2. Man, oh man. That was almost an accident, I would guess. Zagorski back to serve it up again. Taken care of by Meek, now over here to the side, and this time the kill shot will fall in for Nicholson. 3-3. O'Fallon has won 8 of the 14 possible Southwestern Conference championships since boys volleyball started being a thing here in the 618. And they are the 2-time defending Southwestern Conference champions. Another one that bounces off a body and goes over, but O'Fallon was ready for it this time and sent it back over. And O'Fallon jumps out front now 4-3. And back to serve is Nathan Fink. Had a couple of wonky sendovers here by Collinsville. First one worked, second one didn't. Fink sends over a spinning knuckleball that's going to go all the way out of bounds, and trying to get over there but running out of room was Colin Walogorski, and the young lady almost spilt her popcorn in the front row. Walogorski had to stop himself before he got too far. Fink with another serve. His team up now 5-3. That one's too far. Well, that one stayed in. That was just as close as the other one was. Only this time it's in. And an ace for Fink. Fink sends over the next one. Freeman picks it up, and it's set up over on the far side for Balsidis. O'Fallon reacts, and they set it up on the far side, and another kill shot there by Nicholson. 7-3 in favor of O'Fallon. Fink was back there for about 7 or 8 serves in that first set in a row before he hit one too far to end it. Almost did that here just a moment ago, and that one's taken back in the back by Zagorski, pushed over for Balsidis. He'll send it over with a little soft touch, and O'Fallon couldn't keep it going. Collinsville will get the point, and the Kahawks trail by 3, 7-4. O'Fallon has the lead. Now Robbie Freeman back to serve it up for Collinsville. Jacob Taylor checks back in, takes the place of Stanley Carnahan. Freeman sends over a softer line drive shot, and into the net it goes from Nicholson. Collinsville will get 2 points in a row, 7-5. O'Fallon has the lead. Collinsville needs to win this middle set to force a third and final tie-breaking set. And that one goes into the net. Collinsville will get 3 points straight and now find themselves only trailing by 1. 7-5. Freeman, his next serve, into the bat. Picked up by Patel. And then sent across, taken care of there by Collinsville, but they couldn't set it up, and it ended up on the other side of the net, and O'Fallon just jumped up and killed it in the process. 8-6 in favor of the Panthers. Patel back to serve. Patel right into the middle, taken care of there, and then Balsidis gets it over. Not the best setup in the world, but it still worked, and that one's too far. On the kill attempt there by Fink. And Collinsville once again to within 8, or excuse me, within 1. 8-7 is the score. Cade Simmons back to serve now for Collinsville. He lobs one right into the middle. Fink takes care of it. Set up on the far side for Nicholson. Blocked out over there by Balsidis. So nicely done there. And then it ends up being out of bounds by Collinsville, and a 9-7 lead belongs to O'Fallon now. Jack Hintenhausen comes in to serve for the Panthers. Hintenhausen sends a knuckler back over to Robbie Freeman, and Simmons sets it up for Hudson, and too many hits by Simmons. That's the second time he's been caught on that infraction. And it's now 10-7 in favor of O'Fallon. August Kent checks back into the game. Simmons to the bench. Hintenhausen back to serve again. And that one right off the net. Those are hard to recover from, man. You're up front, you think it's going into the net, and then it just takes that little twirl over, and it's hard to react. So 11-7 in favor of O'Fallon. Taken care of by Freeman on the first hit. Kent sets it up for Hudson, but Hudson flew in there just a little bit too early and missed the ball totally. 12-7 now, O'Fallon in the lead. Hintenhausen ready for yet another serve. O'Fallon up by 5 now. Another knuckler taken care of by Freeman. Kent right into the middle for Taylor, and Taylor couldn't react fast enough to the ball. And a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Collinsville picked up a point just before we were ready to come back from commercial. They give these guys 1-minute timeouts, man, but I tell you what, sometimes they only last about 40 seconds. Jacob Taylor sent the ball over on a backhand shot, and it spun off one of the O'Fallon players straight out of bounds. 13-8, though. O'Fallon still out front. Balsidis serves. Patel gets the first shot, set up over on the far side, and blocked down, and a point that belongs to Evan Wilkinson and the Collinsville Kahawks. 13-9. 9 points is all Collinsville got in that first set. Already there here in the second set, and that one goes straight into the bench or into the net. Balsidis will go out. Tonoletto will come in. And back to serve is Nathan McBride for O'Fallon. He likes to do so on the near sideline. Most everybody else on the far sideline or closer to the middle, and another net serve. So back-to-back net serves by each team. And Collinsville gets their 10th point. Carnahan will come in. Freeman will go out. Gabe Freeman will also check in. Jacob Taylor goes to the bench. Freeman back to serve. Collinsville trails by 4. Lob shot over onto the far sideline, and that one ends up going out of bounds, but they're going to say it was off of a partial block by Wilkinson. So the point belongs to O'Fallon. And Max Westphal will go back to serve now for the Panthers. School year almost over. Graduation is this Saturday. If you are not a senior and you haven't finished your finals, then you're still at work. That one stays in. And an ace belongs to Westfall. Everybody else still in till next Friday. Next Friday is the last day of the school year. Those of us that teach in the district, we have to come back Monday, the 20th. And that's, by the way, the opening of the volleyball playoffs. There's a little send over and a kill shot, and it's taken care of by Collinsville, but the third and final hit couldn't be corralled in by Kent because he was about ready to sit in the first row with some of the spectators. 17-10 in favor of O'Fallon. Westfall back to serve again. Westfall does off the top of the net, and again, hard to react, man. 18-10 in favor of O'Fallon. Westfall, another serve. He does, in the back, picked up by Wilkinson, and then Carnahan goes for the kill and gets it. Simmons and Waligorski will check back in. Kent and Hudson to the bench. I don't have a 25 on either of my rosters either. No, O'Fallon just brought one of those guys in. Into the middle it goes, and picked up, and a kill try that's a little bit too far. Collinsville gets a much-needed point, 18-12. O'Fallon up by 6. Waligorski back to serve. He does. Into the back it goes, and up front it's moved, and Westfall goes for a kill, and he gets it. Or excuse me, that was Nathan Fink. 19-12 now, O'Fallon in the lead. And back to serve, it is Elijah Zambrincia once again. Zambrincia sends a knuckleball to Freeman, taken care of and sent over on the second shot by Collinsville. Now a kill attempt onto the near sideline, and Tonoletto could not react fast enough, and O'Fallon reaches that 20-point mark. Zambrincia back to serve it up again for the Panthers. This one taken care of by Tonoletto, set up on the side for Simmons. Simmons will just send it over. Taken care of on the back line, moved over to the sideline, and a nice block there by Simmons. Carnahan was there as well. He got the second shot off. And it stays live, sent over. Simmons to Waligorski, to Wilkinson. Wilkinson down the line, almost found the open spot, but Patel got there just in time. Nice driving dig there by Freeman. Kill attempt by Simmons got taken care of by O'Fallon. Down the line it goes, partial block off of Simmons, and it goes out of bounds. Hard fought point there. 21-12. O'Fallon in the lead. Wilkinson had the right idea, man. Had that sideline open, but Patel got there in the last second and took care of it. Zambrincia serves up a lob shot that goes right behind Carnahan, and Tonoletto dove for it, but couldn't pick it up. 22-12, O'Fallon in the lead. Another serve, and that one's too far. Collinsville gets a much-needed point, as Lucas Zagorski comes in to serve. Zagorski sends one that's low, but taken care of by O'Fallon. They'll push it over, and a diving attempt there by Freeman. He just could not get there in time. 23-13, 10-point lead for O'Fallon. 2 points away from wrapping up a 2-set sweep. And here is Nathan Fink back to serve for O'Fallon. Oh, nice dig there by Freeman. Simmons keeps it alive. Carnahan got it over barely. That one goes the opposite direction, but O'Fallon has a chance to keep it going. They do off the net. And again, doesn't matter if it's a serve or a volley. Once those things hit the top of the net, man, it's hard to react the right way. You might go left, the ball might go right. So match point for O'Fallon. And Fink ready to see what he can do. Well, that was a nice dig, and the point belongs to O'Fallon. A net violation, they say, is going to end that one. 25-13 ends up being the score of that second and final set, and O'Fallon completes the 2-set sweep of your varsity Kahawks. The JVers got the middle set, and they lost 2-1. So Collinsville will try to figure it out, and they'll have some time to work on things in practice as they don't play again until Monday when they're at Maryville Christian. O'Fallon, they will head home and take on the front runner right now, Belleville East Lancers. Time for the post-game show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road there in Collinsville. 618-343-3602 is how you get a hold of them, or you can check them out online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville gets swept in the varsity side, 2-0 on the JV side. Collinsville took care of that middle set. And speaking of the JV team, Brenna Swartz, the assistant to head coach Mike Nichols and the head coach of the JV team, joins us. Let's forget about set number 1 and set number 3. And how about that middle set, man? You guys pulled out the 29-27 win. That was fun to watch. Was it fun to coach?
Yeah, and they were having fun, too. You could just tell. It was a different vibe than the first and third set.
All right, so talk to me about that middle set. You guys, you had a 9-8 lead, a 12-8 lead, a 15-11 lead, and then things started to get interesting. O'Fallon comes back and ties it 17 all, then 18 all, then 19 all, 24 all, 27 all. So tell me what goes through the coach's mind when all that's taking place.
A lot of, oh, my God. Just to play clean and to take care of business. I always tell them to earn their points, which means that you have to get the kills, you have to get the blocks, you have to get the digs. You can't rely on the other team to make the mistakes for you.
Yeah, and I've seen it many a times when you have one of those types of games when the highs are highs and the lows aren't so low, and then the next game out, man, it's just it's like one of those things where everything just falls off. So can you explain that, or is that one of those mental things that you just don't understand?
Oh, it's totally mental. But, I mean, we try to carry on the energy from that second set into that third. It just didn't work out for us tonight.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the varsity side. O'Fallon, man, they're tough. They've been doing this thing for 14, 15 years, and they've got and all that experience shows. And right now they're fighting for their conference lives. They're back-to-back Southwestern Conference champions right now. Belleville East is in the driver's seat. Those two teams meet tomorrow. That ought to be a fun game to watch. But O'Fallon, they're really, really good, and they're really, really good for a reason. And that reason would be all of the they have the confidence for one, and then they have all of the know-how for another because they've been doing it for a long time. So how does somebody like a Collinsville team that's only into their third year of playing boys volleyball try to counteract some of that?
Take it 1 point at a time. That's really all you can do is to critique the little mistakes and fix them and hopefully just get the next point. You just got to move on. You can't get stuck on a point that you just lost or a mistake that you made. You got to move on.
Yeah, I asked this question of Coach Nichols during the pregame show, but you guys have Althoff during the final regular season game, and then you have them again in the playoffs right after that. So is that a good thing or a bad thing to face the team that you are going to face in the season finale?
I would say it's probably 50-50. It kind of depends on how that first game goes because that tends to set the tone for the next time you see that team.
Yeah, you also don't want to show too much.
Right. Well,
Yeah, but you want to win.
Right, of course.
Yeah, so you have to show too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Maryville Christian is your next opponent. That's not till Monday, so what is going to be the focus on practice as we go into the head toward Monday?
Reps. All the reps for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a tough next 3 days of practice.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm glad I'm not on the team. All right, so thank you very much. You have a fun weekend, and we'll talk to you real soon.
You too. Thank you.
All right, that is Brenna Swartz, the assistant coach to Mike Nichols and the head coach of the JV team. JVers get the middle set but lose 2-1, and the varsity team gets swept in 2 sets. We are off tomorrow. We are scheduled to bring you some baseball Thursday from Fletcher Field if we don't get a deluge of rain again. That's supposed to happen tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon, but then it's supposed to end at sometime early tomorrow afternoon, so we'll have the rest of the day on Wednesday and most of the day on Thursday to kind of see if things get dried out in time, but Fletcher Field isn't the best when it comes to rain drainage. And then Friday, we're going to be at Alton for a little softball action. Big thank you to Coach Mike Nichols joining us in the pregame interview and to Coach Brenna Swartz joining us in the postgame interview. My name is Todd Duke, and until Thursday afternoon, everyone enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.